Next up, the seed. Oh, let me unmute it because I'm a professional. When the last tree has been cut down, the last fish caught, the last river poisoned, only then will we realize we cannot eat money.
Just like the sea, I don't know where to go. Through dirt and shadow I grow. I'm reaching light through the struggle. Just like the sea, I'm chasing the wonder. I unravel myself, all in slow motion.
Oh, wow.
You cannot eat money or no. You cannot eat money or no. And the last tree has fallen and the rivers are poison. You cannot eat money or no. You cannot eat money or no. You cannot eat money or no. And the last tree has fallen and the rivers are poison. You cannot eat money or no. Oh no. Suffocate me, so my tears can be rain. I will water the ground where I stand, so the flowers can grow back again. 'Cause just like the sea, everything wants to land. We are burning our fingers, but we learn and forget. You cannot eat money or no. You cannot eat money or no. And the last tree has fallen and the rivers are poison. You cannot eat money or no. You cannot eat money or no. You cannot eat money or no. And the last tree has fallen and the rivers are poison. You cannot eat money or no. Oh no. Feed me sunlight, feed me air, so nothing matters. Feed me truth and feed me
Wow.
praise. Feed me sunlight, feed me feed me truth and feed me You cannot eat money or no. You cannot eat money or no. And the last tree has fallen and the rivers are poison. You cannot eat money or no. You cannot eat money or no. You cannot eat money or no. And the last tree has fallen and the rivers are poison. You cannot eat money or no. Oh no.
Right? Okay. I feel like this video speaks for itself. There's not much I really need to say. I think she just kind of said it all. However, there's a couple points of subtext I want to point out that I think are super, super smart. The first minor one is if you look on some of these shots here, it's not this one. When she is on this turntable with the sand, most of the shots, her shoes are off, they're in the sand, and she's barefoot. I'm assuming she's barefoot, but her shoes are off. I think that is automatically like it's a way of saying like us being one with the earth, right? As opposed to a separation. Very simple, very quiet observation, but like it's there. There's a separation between us and the earth. Take your shoes off, you are now kind of one with the earth. Minor detail. One of the more clever ones, just a theory, one of her lower tracks here sounds like, and it's her voice, it sounds like a siren. Now, if you think about this video, it makes perfect sense to why that would be the case. Hear it? Now, that's a stretch. I'm aware. I interpret it that way. I think that's pretty damn interesting. But what I find to be super clever, and I do not think this is me theorizing, I think this is pretty damn smart. This set that we have here of her with the sun on the turntable with the dirt, the dead flowers.
I unravel myself, all in slow motion.
When we go to this shot here, right here, when we get to this set, notice that most of the time you see the background of the set. It's not the sun, which you notice is super red. It's super hot. The sky is kind of everything. And then here's the dirt, here's the flowers. But this is the smallest part of the set. They constantly show us what is behind that. And there's an irony to this. Watch this play out. When you see, okay, right here. You know that sun is there. You know this is the set that she's standing in front of, but yet they show us all of the side, all of the background stuff, the actual warehouse where this set is built. Right? The irony of this, which I think is super clever, is that in these shots, this piece of the ground, the sky, the sun, and the life, all of those things really are all that really matter to any of this. This right here, this stuff, none of this shit really matters, right? When it all falls apart, you begin to learn real quick what life and survival and love is really about when all of the lines and the lights and lanes go away. And I think that goes with the message of what she's singing here. But the irony and the intelligence of this constant shot is that this is made to seem like this is the facade and everything else is what's real. Because that's kind of what this shot is saying. Hey, we made this. It's kind of temporary. It'll get thrown away when we're done. But this stuff back here is what's real. And in actuality, it couldn't be further from the truth. I could even make an argument that most of us, right, wrong, or indifferent, most of us spend this much time. You think about this set built in this warehouse. You don't have to know how large this warehouse is. You know it's big. because you've got a whole production crew back here. You got lights, you've got highlights, you got trusses. There's a lot going on in this building. This little set is kind of nothing in the scheme of things. That ratio is probably what most of us spend time and energy and maybe even monetarily on that type of care and activism to the earth, right? This warehouse, this life, this structure takes most of our time. And that structure could be our own life or our hobbies or our jobs or, whatever the case might be. But very rarely will it be directed towards some type of activism like this. I think that's very interesting. And I don't think that that's a stretch. I think that notion is, that concept is done so many times in this video. I think it's absolutely intentional. Now, whether or not my theory is right, I think there is absolutely a point to why they keep showing everything behind this set in conjunction with the lyrics. Once again, fascinating. It's also like saying the ones in charge is rarely the little guy, but the big corporations. Interesting. That's interesting. Yeah. And you know what I think is interesting about that is maybe from like a policy standpoint, I think you're right. But if you think about it, if there are 8 billion people, right? Truth be told, as difficult as this is, even the little guy, if all the little guys were doing X, Y, and Z consistently, I think it would make a bigger difference than whatever the corporations would throw. I don't know. That's probably, it might be an ignorant, viewpoint, but it does make me wonder. Easier said than done. Oh, 100%. Totally get that. Yeah, that is utopia at its finest, but still plausible, I suppose. You know what I mean? It should technically be possible regardless of difficulty. But yeah. Yeah, there you go. The sum of millions of small actions. Right.